Hi guys, so today's video is a request from a member in my private fashion community on how to do a 5-minute brow tutorial. And she may not have said 5 minutes. I just said 5 minutes because I know that a lot of us are busy. We have really busy schedules, and so I wanted to do a short tutorial and show you what I use. Not even a tutorial, I don't do tutorials, just like a show and tell of what works for me, because I like to look great when I leave the house, as great as I can. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'm just waking up and I received this request from one of my members that's in my private fashion community. I will link my private fashion community below. So you guys know I'm just an average, normal, basic woman, and I like to have a routine for brows that's simple as possible. So I'm coming to you barefaced. I'm going to start my day today, and we're going to start with brows. So I said I would come and I would show a video on how I do my brows. Now I do my brows in a variety of ways. You may see me do it with the pencil. I have a video where I did my brows with the pencil. I will link it below. But today I'm going to use a brow powder, and I'm going to use, this was sent to me by Benefit Cosmetics. This is the Foolproof Brow Powder. And I really like this powder because when you're in a rush with your brows, sometimes you don't have time to do a pencil. I find powders are really simpler than pencils sometimes. I think it's about preference as well, so you have to consider that with your brows. But what I do is just brush my brows down. I either get my brows threaded or waxed, and so that's how I maintain my brows. So I don't like to use any color. I like to use a brown, but a darker brown as well. So usually I mix these two colors together. You just pick a color that flatters your brows. That will depend on your hair color and a lot of things. So what I do is I have an angled brush here, and I take this brush and I start with the tail of my brow, because you want to get some of that powder off of your brush so that your brows don't become too dark. When I get to the front of my brow, I will only use the light brown color, because you don't want the front of your brows to be too dark. But lately, I really love a thick brow. So then, any place in your brow that's like sparse, you might want to go in with that brown and just kind of fill it in a bit. But I would say always make sure you outline the brow first. Now, I don't have to have perfect brows. Like, that's not a requirement. Your brows are sisters, not twins. And they don't have to be super duper perfect, but I do feel that your brows frame your face, and you can kind of just shape it how you want. That depends on what you like. And then, like I said, I take that lighter color and I fill in the front of my brow so that it's just not too dark. A pencil will give you a more precise brow. Like, I guess it'll give you more of that perfect look. But a powder will always give you a more natural brow. I like to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It gives your brows a very neat look, a very clean look, and it just sets them in place for the whole day. So I start at the front and I kind of just put the gel on the whole brow, and then I kind of blend the front out. Now, if your brow is perfect, mine are, you know, they're not perfect because they need to be done, but this is how you clean it up, and it literally takes a few seconds. use a color that's your skin tone. A lot of women use, I need a mirror. A lot of women use a lighter color. That can look crazy. I hate to see a woman out in the streets with a light color above her eyes. Above her eyebrows. That's just weird. So I'm going to clean up this brow first because it's a little wonky. This is a little red. It's not my perfect color, but once I blend it out, it'll be okay. So I needed to straighten up that line. Just because I do have some hairs that are growing under there. And do you see how that cleans it up? So that's just what I do. I might go in with a pencil maybe and, you know, fix my tail in if I don't feel it's dark enough. But if I'm just running errands, this is the only kind of brow I need. And once I do my foundation and I powder, you know, right now the brow looks kind of stark because I don't have any tinted moisturizer on or concealer or whatever it is I'm going to do for the day. But sometimes when I don't even put a face on, I will still go in and do my brow. Because like I said, your brow frames your face. Thank you so much for requesting it. The members of my private community, you guys are awesome. I love you. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!